Why is it that we are so prone to chemical addiction? To go look to substances or, experiences that change our neuroreception and the way that we feel, instead of just being okay with the way that we feel. Because every time we are moving towards a chemical dependency, when we discover, when I drink this substance, when I ingest this substance, when I do this activity and it creates this particular neuroreception within me, this particular feeling set, your body learns, when I do that, I don't have to feel this pain, whatever it is that I'm holding on to, whatever the emotion is, whatever the upheaval in my life is. And so we kind of learn on this subconscious level when we experience a different substance that changes our neuroreception and causes our normal hormone cycles to fire in a different way. It causes us to get more serotonin or oxytocin or endorphins, things like that. We get this rush of good feelings when our neuroreception is changed from a molecule, from a compound. So our body learns, hey, guess what? You don't have to feel this pain of emotion when you, partake in this activity, when you ingest this particular compound that has these particular molecules in it, which fire off a different set of neuroreception. And that's effectively what, being in an altered state is, if you are, stoned or you are drunk or something like that, where your neuroreception is changed to a space that your reality is different than everybody else's. You are acting differently. Your body is working differently. And within that same space, we find that comfort and that peace in humanity. And we even find that comfort and peace from other habits that could be considered self-destructive. We might be by someone who is overly sexual and promiscuous and just all over the place. Not looking for any fulfillment, but is just chasing the rush. There's no search for meaningful, deep relationship, but simply to satiate the pain of the experience, to stop the feelings. And when we learn to reverse that process of those feelings, and instead of stopping the feelings and mitigating the feelings with some substance, and we learn to feel our feelings, and we learn to sit with those sensations, and learn that those feelings and sensations are all our past story, and the things that we've experienced, and the things that we've learned, and the fears that we've learned to be afraid of, and the negative self-belief systems that we've learned to be afraid of. And these are all the things that make us feel shitty in our current moment. And that feeling shitty, when not minded, and saying, oh, look at me feeling this, why would I feel that way? When we are not mindful of those sensations, of this pain that we've been carrying, we just naturally move towards something that looks like self-destructive behavior. I might even rebrand that behavior as self-protective. Because the pain that you are experiencing from past scenarios is greater than the pain of doing something self-destructive in the moment. Like, it's going to hurt the next day, and we still do it. We still suppress those feelings. We still go out one more time for the same pattern of just getting trashed or partying, or the same pattern of self-destructive behavior, or even the same pattern of working yourself to death. The same pattern of being addicted to anxiety and grind culture, and everything has to be run this way, and just being addicted to that anxious mode. And that's also a self-protective mechanism. And that's taking all of the feelings, and instead of being okay with your experience, demanding more out of your experience to crush these down. It's another way that we protect ourselves, and it's another way that we effectively, in that, we get high on our own supply. We are jamming all of these emotions into our body, all of this adrenaline, all this cortisol, all this tension, stress hormones, so we can then accomplish something, because we have this concept that we must grind. And it's the same as going and getting sloshed and shoving your emotions down in one regard. It's the same as going and just getting jacked up on a bunch of coke so you can just push through it and feel okay about it in another regard. It's the same emotional suppression of not dealing with the things that are plaguing us on this deep meta level, our past experience and stories and all the things that have created our particular set of feeling in this moment. And that particular set of feeling is the thing that is our experience. So everything you're experiencing right now is based on those past memories and conditioning. And when we do not learn to be mindful with those things and feel those things and be able to heal those things through awareness, and there's a lot of practices and different ways to do it. The one that I like is emotional alchemy, and if any of you need help, I'd love to schedule an emotional alchemy call with you. It is a process of working into these very things that we like to suppress, all of the painful feelings. But feel free to schedule a session. We can work through this stuff if this message is resonating with you. But when you are able to work through those things and you're able to heal yourself in that regard, you are able to control your experience, and you are not drawn to the substances in a regard, like a lack of regard way. And then it's just something to experience in a healthy way. And you don't have to hurt yourself, and you don't have to keep yourself in the cycles of pain and misery.